We're very old compared to all of you. So, hi, I'm Elle. This is Fred, and we are Fred and Elle, and we're going to talk shop. So it's good to see everybody. This is the first time we've ever done this before. Thank you to the many people that have given us some advice on how to get this started. She's not here yet, but a huge shout out to Autumn for giving us some advice on how to get all of this together quickly. And also, many years ago, a lot of you helped us get some equipment to do some like Twitch streaming. So
which never happened.
We are now using. So we're slow, but every once in a while it comes through. Hi, Josh. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. By the way, I saw your logo earlier. It is amazing. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to, first of all, ask your suggestions on what we can do for these live streams moving forward. Any topics that you'd like us to cover. Any questions that you have for us as cosplayers or creators. And we'd be happy to do episodes on those. I think we're going to try to do them every Sunday evening just because we don't have anything else going on a Sunday evening, and hopefully you don't either.
Well, I mean, I thought the general plan was that we would do like a Sunday evening, 10 to 15 minutes, one topic, fairly quick and simple.
Yep.
And then maybe once a month do a longer one where we invite somebody in to talk on a particular subject.
Ooh, that would actually be a lot of fun because we know a lot of really cool people out there that are doing some amazing work.
But when you're really old and you've been doing this for a long
when you are wizened, when you're wizened.
Sure.
We are wizened.
That's one way of looking at
it. And then the other thing we thought about doing was just kind of telling some stories. If anything, just to entertain you until we start learning about some of your
Are we doing a PG
ideas.
And an R-rated?
We're gonna do a solid PG. Yeah, we're gonna do a PG, and then at some point maybe we'll do Talk Shop After Dark. At some point, maybe we can go back to our old so drunk days, and we'll go from there. So the first story we wanted to tell, and can we just take a minute to brag the tiniest little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Can we? You don't normally like to brag, but this happened. Oh my god! And this one happened. It's been such a fun year. And then that happened too. This happened. So it's been a kind of amazing year, and
crazy.
These are really beautiful works of art, by the way. Thank you to the artists that made these. They are extraordinary and hold a place of honor in our house. But
married makers?
I don't remember if anybody knows. We might go PG-13, Josh. Maybe PG-13. We'll try. We'll try to keep it somewhat clean. But one of the stories that we thought we might tell tonight is a little bit about our recent trip to Toronto for the Masters of Cosplay. It was a pretty extraordinary event. I'm super thankful to everybody who helps put it together.
Getting there was the start, to be honest. I mean, when you sit down and you go, yay, trip to Canada, and then you go, how far is that? Oh, 1,300 miles, thereabouts. Oh,
that's a lot of miles.
And then you pack the costume into the most compact form that you can, and it still fills 3 55-gallon totes, plus a giant 5.5 foot tall shield.
2 Priuses.
And a hammer.
It fills 2 Priuses.
So flying wasn't going to happen.
Flying was not going to happen. But it's good that, I mean, I love a good road trip.
True.
So it wasn't a big deal for us to take on the travel, but it did take 2 days of straight driving from Jacksonville to Toronto.
Well, I mean, but we made ourselves a promise that the trip up there was going to be all business.
Right.
We wanted to get there as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, give ourselves more time on site.
Right.
But we also made ourselves a promise that on the way back, we would do some fun stuff. We would extend it by a day, which we did.
We did.
We'll come to that.
Maybe we'll come back and have a chat about that. But on the way up, he's right. We kind of like just slammed it getting there.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, guys. Hey, Benya. Good to see you. We got there. Okay. So I thought, and this is so out of character for me, I thought it would be fun to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning from our halfway point, get to Toronto, and then check into our hotel, and then let's just do some cosplay, right? So I put on my navigator and we walked over to the convention center to check in, which in hindsight, maybe not the best idea, but I really love my navigator, so I wanted to at least get it in one day. So we had a really fun night Friday night. We had a great get together with all of the competitors, who we love, by the way. Like, they are the most amazing people in the world. We had such a good time.
If you ever watch this, hi Sarah.
Hi, hello everybody. It was good to see you guys again. And then the next morning, we thought, okay, you and I were just going to chill out, get everything ready for the cosplay competition on Saturday. So we had kind of a leisurely morning, started laying everything out. And fun fact, the prosthetic that Fred has on his face with the Inquisitor takes about 2 hours for me to apply. Now, professionals may be a lot faster at doing that, but me, it takes about 2.5 hours.
No, I mean, I think you did okay. Remember, I mean, well, think about it, when they did the prosthetic that they did on me on Cosplay Melee.
Right.
That was a professional Hollywood makeup artist with all of the kit going on, with an assistant. Still took her about 2 hours.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of myself. Now, also, to be fair, I think I did a solid job. But
no, you did a very good job. Yeah.
Thank you. So what was funny about it though is we were on schedule. Everything was going pretty well. I was getting all of the stuff ready to start doing his prosthetics and his makeup. We got the prosthetics on, and then you wanted to take a break before we got everything on, and you went downstairs and you got a cigarette, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did have a cigarette.
So, which is normally not a big deal. Until right at about that time, the fire alarm started going off in the hotel, and we were on the 20th floor. And I'm like, this is probably not a big deal.
Because you know what they do when they have a fire alarm in a hotel?
They shut down
all the elevators.
All the things. But you snuck on. Didn't you get onto like the last one before they like shut it off?
I literally stepped into the elevator as they were making the announcement that they were going to turn off the elevator.
Yeah. So
otherwise, I would have been stuck on that floor.
So you actually made it up.
24.
I'm going to say, no offense, I think you're amazing.
I wouldn't want to have done that when I was 18 years old in the military.
I think I would have maybe gotten a call at the 9th floor saying, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. But so we're already just a little bit delayed. But what made it a lot of fun is I'm sitting there doing his makeup, and every few minutes you heard, please consider evacuating the building. And I'm just going like this, and Fred's like, are we leaving? I'm like, nope. Nope.
Unless there's smoke curling under the door or a guy in a fireman's outfit kicks the door in, we've got work to do.
There was going to be a hatchet involved with me leaving that building at that point.
So you would have been being carried up that fire.
Oh, that would have been nice, actually. And literally the only way it was going to happen. So every once in a while, like the general manager would come over the intercom and suggest gently that we leave the building. And I'm like, yeah, there is 100% no way. We heard the fire trucks around the corner, and I'm just like, he's like, are we leaving? Nope. Because how would we get all of the 55-gallon containers down 20 flights of stairs? Because there was no way I was going without that stuff. So needless to say, it was pretty chaotic. Now, several of our fellow competitors were also stuck in the hotel with the same issue. So shout out to them for also making it through. We ended up getting downstairs. Now, back up really quick. My bestest friend in the world, Heather, and her husband, Greg, went with us on this trip. And by the way, thank you guys so much for that, because they were the other Prius making their way on our road trip with us, carrying half of the armor in their car. So they were there as our handlers. We had a nice little crew going, but they had met us back there. So we're all downstairs. He's ready to go. He's in most of his stuff. We've got the tank, the containers, the whole thing. And we called an Uber. And And I remember Heather put in, she's like, we need a big Uber, a large Uber.
It was barely big enough, quite frankly.
As a matter of fact, it was only big enough for all of the armor, you, another person, and that was it. So here's where we made the call. Heather knew where you guys needed to go.
Correct.
You are the person in the armor, so we figured you needed to go. Greg and I would walk over to the convention center.
Carrying the hammer, because that did not fit in the Uber.
Hammer didn't fit.
3 boxes and the shield.
Shield didn't fit either. So Greg took the shield. I took the hammer. And Heather turns to us very quickly and says, okay, you need to go over here. You need to go there. You need to go there. You need to go there. And it's in there behind the thing. And Greg and I both looked at Heather and went, got it. They drove off in the Uber. We both looked at each other and said, did you get that? And we both said, no.
And I love my wife dearly, but she is directionally challenged.
Okay, now, so I think that there's a side story here, though, because Greg is an attorney, has a very kind of like stressful Monday through Friday job. I have a Monday through Friday job that I do, in fact, love, but it can be a little bit stressful. So on the weekends, we shut down.
That's true.
And we put our lives in the hands of our spouses. And our spouses got in a car and drove away. And we were like 9-year-olds alone on the streets of Toronto going, I think we need to go to the CN Tower. It's big. It's over there. The fact that we got there
at all
is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And yet you both carried pieces of technology that would have helped you find out where you would need to go.
No, you can't do anything with a hammer. What? Oh, the phone. Oh. Fair point. No, actually, Greg was on his phone. I was going old school where I could see the tower, and I knew that the convention center.
That's a terrible idea.
Was like I just had to make enough right lefts to get there. So I did enough right lefts to get there. We got there, maybe more by luck than by anything else. So.
But there you are.
So that was our little drama, but it went well once we got there.
It did, actually. I mean, and once we actually got on site, it all went together fairly quickly.
Yeah. I mean,
we've gone in and out of that suit enough times that it was a case of it all came out of the boxes, it all got laid on the floor, and then it was all on me. I mean, from the time we arrived to the time I was dressed and ready to go, it was probably less than 15 minutes.
It just felt like an eternity. I feel like it's in slow motion when, especially, so anybody who has competed in a cosplay contest, or I guess any contest for that matter, just time doesn't move in the same way, because I felt like this constant anxiety to get it moving because there's a whole show going on, there's a lot of people involved, and we didn't want to let anybody down. And
whereas I was barely there.
Yeah, you were in like the zone.
Yeah, I just switched off.
Yeah, the sun wasn't there, and we just kind of pointed him in the right direction. Hi, Sydney, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. We were just talking about how stressed I get when Fred is in costume, which,
Well, it didn't help that you're talking about a piece of a suit of armor that consists of like 60 plus pieces.
I think it's closer to 70.
I mean, with all the Under Armour, all the accessories, the over armor, all of it, it's a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But I will say, I mean, we probably did more run-throughs with this one than we've done any other one. So that's a good thing. So that's just a little taste of the stories that we're maybe hoping to tell. But more importantly, we want to make sure that you guys get something out of this as much as we do. So let us know in the chat, like, what you want to hear from us. You want to hear stories?
Running poll.
Oh, we'll do a poll. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll figure it out.
Well, you figured this out in 2 hours.
Well, I mean, how's it look on your end, guys? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Everything working? Because for all I know, I'm talking to the void at this point, other than the fact that I can see your wonderful comments. Thank you so much for putting comments in the chat, because otherwise you kind of feel like you're talking
to the void.
I mean, I was going to say that, but also this is like you and I literally every day.
Well, true.
This is us just chit-chatting back and forth about nonsense, but maybe in the future the nonsense can be more about I don't know, cosplay related stuff. Is there anything you want to learn about? Is Are there any experiences that you have heard about that maybe we could help chime in on? I don't know. I mean, I could talk about all the crap that's behind us. Actually, I'm really interested in talking to somebody who's really good with wigs. I have tried wig stuff and not really been successful. Oh,
Doubles has gone back up for a couch.
oh, I was going to. We actually had Pebble Cam set up, ready to go, but she's. We took her out for her walks, and now she's like done for the night. So she wants nothing to do with us anymore because it's officially bedtime, and she's wondering why we're here at work time desk. So, but maybe next week we'll have Pebbles on first. Um, oh yes, absolutely. If you know a wig expert, please put me in touch with them. Uh, because I'm just desperate to up my wig game. Maybe one episode we'll talk about our remember when we made the Moira Rose Hope hat with the wig hair around here? I mean, it's one of the only cosplays where I'm like, don't get too close. Just like about here is as far as you want to go.
That was one of our YouTube videos failed us.
I mean, did you two fail us or did we just fail the wig? We tried a lot of things where it was like, oh, this should work. And then it was like, oh, no, it didn't. And this was a case where the materials were expensive. Like when you're dealing with wig hair, it tends to, from what I've seen, it can be a little bit more costly and you just feel a little cringy when you have to throw it away or start from scratch. So we made some mistakes that we tried to then cover up, which was probably not the best idea. So I would love to learn from others.
We were told to keep it under 15 minutes.
Okay, we are at the almost 20-minute mark, and we've tried to be disciplined about keeping them a little bit short. But if you think that you would want more than this, please let me know. Send a message. I'll put out a poll. And thank you guys so much for being here for our first night. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.